Hello fellow AFOLs and welcome to Long's Bricks. Today we are taking a look at a fan build for Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter. Basically what it is, I found this on Rebrickable. A lot of people online were talking about it and sharing it around, and so I went to check it out, and it looks great. I was really excited about it, so I thought, I don't do this very often. I certainly don't build my own mocks. And again, I'm not trying to say that this is my mock. It certainly is not. It was done by a community member named Will Crafting on Rebrickable, so full shout out and credit to him. I'll try to put a link directly to the page in the description of this video. But yeah, it just looked really cool, and I thought it was fun. And since it's kind of Lego clearance season right now, I was able to get these two for pretty cheap. I think I got this for 24 down from 40, and I got this for like 9 down from 15. I did have to buy another full price Plo Koon Jedi Microfighter, but they're only like 15 bucks, so I didn't think it was too bad. Also, he does have two versions of the directions. So he has a version that is just these two, and then he has a version that is all three. So if you don't feel like buying another one of these, or you're waiting for a sale or something like that, and you got a good deal on these, he does have a version that's just these two, and they both look really good. Honestly, it's just a couple minor tweaks. So, if you decide to go for the one that's just these two, I don't really think you're missing out. It just gives you a dedicated Plo Koon figure, and of course the astromech head, because there's no astromech for this guy. And if you use just these two, he kind of just uses this little white dome piece at the end of the propeller as the astromech. But if you integrate this, then you have an actual astromech there. But yeah, it just seemed like a really cool build, and like I said, I don't do this very often, but I thought it looked fun. I still have like dedicated versions of these two, so I can keep them exactly as they are, because I don't really do my own creations. I kind of look at Lego sets as model kits. I buy the set, I put it together exactly as intended in the box, and then I just enjoy it. I don't really modify them my own. I don't really build stuff on my own. I did when I was a kid, but just kind of at this point in my life, I just kind of go, oh, I want this ship from Star Wars. I buy that set, I build it, and I enjoy it. So this was something a little new for me, but I did have fun with it. So let's go ahead and let's check it out. So here is everything that I was able to build. He actually has directions for everything you see here. It's not just the Plo Koon Starfighter. It's actually this cool kind of display stand for it. He also has you build a little speeder here with some of the extra pieces. That's another option that you can do. And also this kind of alternate build of the Gonk droid. So it's pretty similar to what comes with the Jedi Bob Starfighter. If we kind of bring the box back in here, and you can see the two of them next to each other. It's just kind of like an upside down build, but then the legs are a little different, so you can kind of splay the feet around to the side. But otherwise, it's very similar. But this way, if you have the one, like if you bought a duplicate like me, and you wanted to put them next to each other, they would at least be a little different, so you'd be able to tell them apart, which I thought was kind of cool. So that's pretty much it for the Gonk droid. There's not really much else to it. Just wanted to show you the quick little build, but I thought that looked cool. I also really liked the speeder. I thought it was neat that after you build the Starfighter, you still have enough extra pieces that he was able to kind of put the speeder together, which I think looks really neat. It's kind of a basic build, but I really like it. I like the way he kind of has these pieces here, clipped to the side, kind of the same way they do the fins for the Jedi Starfighter, and that kind of just rounds out the back with a really nice angle and design for the speeder. You've got some stud shooters here on the side, and if you just take a minifigure here, they'll fit very easily. So just kind of like a cool little swoop bike. And I think that's really cool. It kind of reminds me of, if anyone remembers, the swoop bike that they released as part of, I think, the Shadows of the Empire, which was part of the Power of the Force line back in the 90s. It's kind of giving me vibes of that swoop bike. So, yeah, just really neat. I think that's kind of cool. And I'll be honest, even building all of this stuff, there's still a ton of pieces left over between the three sets. And I tried to make something myself with what was left over, but I realized that my own mock skills have not really progressed much farther than they were back when I was 10 years old. And so I kind of abandoned that. I'm just going to stick to letting other people be creative and me just enjoying the build, as that's what I like to do. So I just wanted to show off this little speeder as well, because I thought that was kind of cool. And just the fact that, because there were so many pieces left over, he kept going and gave you something else. But let's take a look at the Plo Koon Starfighter. I think this looks amazing. It's so well done. And I'm honestly envious of people who can, you know, do mocks of this caliber, because like I said, I am certainly not there. I guess if I practiced, if I had time to practice, I could get better, but this is just really well done. I mean, you have these engines here in the back. Like I said, the way they build the fin up by putting the you know, studs on the sides here and having them kind of link up together in the back, that looks phenomenal. You can open up the cockpit here. You can see that he's got the printed control panel piece, and then he's got this chair with the headrest, which looks great. The blue and the way that he does the striping with the white looks phenomenal. I love that. He's got these little ice skate pieces here as like small cannons. You can see we have the astromech plug right in there. Looks great. All of the detailing here is amazing. And then if we take a look at the underside as well, he's got a little landing gear piece. So he's got this down here, probably like that, and so it can land and sits very nicely. He's also got a clip underneath for the lightsaber, so we can go ahead and clip that on there and store it. Looks phenomenal. And you can see that he's kind of built these panels the same way that Lego would, and I just think that looks great. He's also got the flick fire missiles with the bolts. So, do I have one of those handy? No, I don't. I don't have one, but you've seen them 100 times. They go right in there, and then they're just spring-loaded. They pop out. So, yeah, just really, really fantastically done. And then he's got this cool little display stand here, which is just a nice little addition. Very simple little build, as you can see, but you can go ahead and connect it underneath. So you can, because it's on an angle, you can kind of either connect it like this. And I've been kind of connecting it to these three here just because it's a 3 connection, and that made the most sense to me. But you're probably going to want to just figure out, you know, how to distribute the weight as best you can, because it is a little wobbly just because the model is a little bit heavier than you'd expect. But you can kind of put it in this orientation so it looks like it's taking off at a 45-degree angle, or you can take this off and flip it around. So like if maybe it's like swooping in space. Now the problem is if you do it like this, it's almost certainly going to just pitch forward. So if you're going to do it in this orientation, you're going to have to kind of move this up. And then I like to kind of put it underneath maybe like this. Connect this on here. And you can really connect it anywhere along this spot down here. Why is this not doing it? It's not lining up. There we go. And then that'll kind of work. And honestly, I think that looks kind of cool. I like kind of seeing it. Kind of looks like it's, you know, angling down. This way you can really see all the detail and everything. And that just kind of makes for a cool display stand. Again, you don't need the display stand. You could just use the landing gear if you prefer. But I just think that's really cool. It's just a nice little touch that he added in, and I think that looks great. Flip open the cockpit here. We'll take Plo Koon and get him. He just kind of drops in. Now, I believe he does have a connection. So he has done, and it's going to be hard to see, but maybe if the light cooperates, it's just 2 studs, and then the back is empty, so it doesn't get too stuck in there, which I appreciate. I'll probably have to put the hands down so he can fit in here, but fits in pretty well. And then you might have to play with the headrest a little bit just to get this to close. But it closes well enough, and you can see him in there. Looks great. I also really like the kind of darker tint to the cockpit area, because I feel like it matches the overall like navy blue color scheme. And just all in all, I love this thing. I think he did such a good job, and I wanted to just kind of showcase it because I was so impressed. And I will say it took me a while to build it, but that's my own fault because you kind of just have to empty all 3 boxes, and I didn't sort the pieces, and I absolutely should have because I wasted so much time sorting through the pile for the small intricate pieces that I needed, and that's on me. So I will say if you decide to undertake this, open up all the bags from all the boxes and then sort by color. It'll save you a lot of time, otherwise you'll be going crazy. But yeah, just a really, really cool build here. Just something I really thought was fantastic, and I just wanted to kind of showcase this in case anyone else was on the fence, because I was kind of considering doing this, and I was waiting to see if anyone else had done it so I could see how it turned out for other people. And I didn't really see any other videos of people talking about it, having built it, so I wanted to do one just in case anyone was curious. I think it's fantastic. I'm really happy to add it to the collection. I don't know if we'll ever get another like full-size Plo Koon Starfighter. Oh, and I also should do, where I have it here, of course we should do a comparison with the actual microfighter, just so you can get an idea. you can see how different the scale is. And not that this one was bad, but I didn't love the stud shooters being so close here on the front and having the astromech take up so much of the real estate. And I don't know why they always give them these weird little windscreen pieces. They're just kind of silly, but I'm so happy to have this one in the collection. I just think it looks so good. I mean, just give us more Jedi Starfighters, man. I still want a purple one for Mace Windu. I would love them. Plus, they just don't really do purple Lego bricks, you know? So I think that would be really fun. You don't see them as often anyway. But yeah, just a really fun build. Like I said, shout out again to Will Crafting on Rebrickable for coming up with this. Really, really well done. Can't shout him out enough. And yeah, if you're interested in doing this, like I said, you just have to grab 75388 Jedi Bob's Starfighter and 31160, the Race Plane Creator Set. And then it's up to you if you also want to pepper in 75400, the Plo Koon Microfighter. So, yeah, just wanted to shout this out. Thought it would be fun to just do a quick little video here because I think it really came out great and, you know, really happy to have it in the LEGO Star Wars collection. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.